Now, what's interesting for me, Dubai Hills is 3,000 dirhams a square foot today. Ras Al Khaimah next to Wynn, Marjan Island is 3,000 dirhams a square foot.
When you have the casino, there would be more hotels around that would be around it. You know how the strip of Las Vegas and Macau has been developed.
So before, if people planned their vacation in Dubai, so now they're gonna dedicate 2 days to go to Rak.
Yes.
It's an experience.
Yes, of course.
Like the last deal I did, I've never done this. She actually did a transfer by Zoom.
Oh wow.
And then how do
Okay.
you do that?
Google Meets.
Let's be specific.
Post handover plan for a developer.
Right.
So the developer can buy his land,
Yes.
start marketing it, and he can pay in installments to the main master developer, which is Arbitrage.
Hello everybody. How are you all doing?
Hello. How are you, Diksha?
I'm very well. Okay. All our guests, I hope you're enjoying the Emirates Nest podcast. We have had some amazing traction and we want you to keep sharing this content with other people. Today's episode is special. You see some new faces, that's why we introduced them first. We have Daria with us along with Rohit and Asha, who is going to be talking about all things Ras Al Khaimah. So there's so much in the market about Ras Al Khaimah, you should invest and so on. Today we're going to be talking about why Ras Al Khaimah. Is it really real? Is it worth investing in? What are the kind of ROIs are we looking at? And what's the lifestyle like as well? So I don't want to waste more time. So let's get cracking. Daria, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting.
Great, great. And Rohit, how are you?
Oh, I'm great.
Yeah?
Asha, me, and Diksha. Wow, top of the day.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get started. See, Ras Al Khaimah is obviously is an emerging market. Okay, we've very recently, after initially Ras Al Khaimah was only about New Year's. Okay, you go Marjan Island, etc. You spend. Now it's about development, lifestyle, living, and so on. So my first question is, what are the key shifts during the rise? And whether in buyer sentiment, develop strategy, or the place of a new project locations, what's Ras Al Khaimah's main USP?
Yeah, so basically, Ras Al Khaimah is like the timid boy in school that shows up in a tailored suit and everyone like, wait, is that Rak? So basically, after 15 years living in Dubai, I decided to move my family to Ras Al Khaimah. And we didn't come there for mountains or for the weather. Of course, we came there for the market.
Right. So when you say market, what did you see in Ras Al Khaimah? How long ago was this? When did you move to Ras Al Khaimah?
Just moved there about a year back.
Okay.
And it took me precisely a year to understand what's really going on there.
So what's going on there on ground in Ras Al Khaimah, in your opinion?
In few words, all the freehold of Ras Al Khaimah can be compared to the size of Dubai Hills.
Oh,
So
okay.
it is quite small,
Yes, indeed.
right? And like if we are going by areas, that would be Marjan Island, of course, as primary place where Wynn Casino is being built on one of the islands. And then we have Al Hamra, which is an old community, semi-government. It's more than 17 years old now. And then we have a little bit further Mina Al Arab, which is also master community by Rak Properties. And then we have Sinia Island, which is technically Al Kuwain, but still 10-minute proximity to Marjan Island.
Sure.
And then if we go a little bit further, few people know that there is still freehold closer to Rak downtown. And the distance between Marjan Island and Rak downtown is 20 minutes drive.
Okay.
So it's quite far.
Okay.
And that makes Marjan Island 20 minutes closer to Dubai.
Sure.
And also makes Marjan Island next to the casino.
Of course.
Yes.
Which is what we are
Yes.
talking all about Ras Al Khaimah.
Yeah. So Rohit, now there's this thing about the Wynn Casino. And we have obviously seen even, we've discussed this in the past, that wherever in the globe we see Wynn casinos coming in, whether it's Macau, whether it's Singapore, etc., the economy has really gone big. How do you think even the announcement of Wynn Casino has started shaping the interest in Ras Al Khaimah?
Well, that's a great question. Diksha, what I like, Daria said, she made a very interesting comparison. Dubai Hills and Ras Al Khaimah. Now, what's interesting for me, Dubai Hills is 3,000 dirhams a square foot today. Ras Al Khaimah next to Wynn, Marjan Island, is 3,000 dirhams a square foot. If you look at the Marriott, or maybe more also. More, there you go, 3.5. Now, why would you go 100 kilometers away from center of Dubai and still pay the same amount?
Correct.
The casino.
The casino.
And Dubai Hills is not waterfront.
It's not waterfront, of course. But what I'm trying to say is that Ras Al Khaimah is demanding Dubai pricing. Now, that's what has really, all of us have been wondering what's happening, and that's why we got an expert down here and said, Daria, tell me what's happening. Why is it 3,000 dirhams a square foot?
You know, it depends what are you talking about, because on Marjan Island you can still find 2,500 per square foot, going all the way up to 4,500 if there is brands and designers involved for more premium projects. The thing is that if you just drive 10 minutes or go by boat 10 minutes from Marjan Island and land in Hamra, there is an island with 500 units, which is going to be ready by the end of this year. And it's trading at 1,300 per square foot, which is a ridiculous price for waterfront villas.
So that's what we
beach.
did know, and that's some snippets
Yeah.
which Daria. So you have that arbitrage of 3.5, 1,300. Come and buy at 1,300 and laugh all the way to the bank.
Correct.
Just to give you an example, let's say on Marjan Island, you can buy now as a resale of plan one bedroom for 1.8 million, or you can buy a 2-bedroom townhouse on that island for 1.8 million, and it will still have, let's say, post handover and some in like 2% land department waiver and some incentives in place.
You know, Touchwood, we have done many deals together. One of the recent deals we did was off-plan resale, 1 bedroom in Marjan Island. I won't give the details, it's not, but 3.5 million dirhams for a 1 bedroom.
Wow.
And this is thanks to her speciality. You know, means I had an investor had this product. He couldn't sell with the right price. He could sell it, but Daria came in. Look, I stay in Ras Al Khaimah. I will get you the right price, and in 30 days she moved the product.
Amazing. Daria, my question is also now, you see, we're talking about that the price per square foot in Ras Al Khaimah is XYZ. Now the thing is, in comparison to Dubai, a lot of the places in Ras Al Khaimah, the price per square foot is lower in comparison. Now, I mean, this is, okay, you know, you keep the area around Wynn Casino out and so on, perhaps the other places. How does that affect the rental yield? Because if price per square feet is lower and the property value is lower, perhaps are the rentals lower? And I mean, what does it mean for investors then?
Rental significantly shifted. In Al Hamra, for instance, which is not that far again, and where I stay, by the way, because my daughter goes to the same school there.
Right.
Oh, nice.
And it's a blessing, honestly. After
Yeah,
Dubai
I'm
traffic,
sure.
it's a
Yes.
blessing.
You know, Daria, what I love is Al Hamra has a beachfront, it has water obviously, and it has an 18-hole golf course.
That's right.
And international schools. That's crazy.
Right. And regional mall, which is now owned
Where
by
do you see this in
Aldar.
Dubai also? So that lifestyle, what we are talking about, Diksha, is outstanding. 18-hole golf course, beach, international schools, and no traffic.
But do you think people will still be able to make the same rentals as they are able to make in Dubai?
I was about to give you an example.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just recovered,
Sure. Go ahead.
recollected
Yay.
myself.
Go
Yay. So basically, when I came last May to Ras Al Khaimah, you could rent a 3-bedroom villa for, I would say, 80,000 unfurnished,
Which is decent.
which is decent. Now
Yes.
you can hardly find any at 130. And I just rented one for 140.
My goodness.
And that's average.
Oh, right.
So Dubai doesn't offer this kind of
Sharjah will not get you.
No, not at all.
Anywhere,
Not at all.
any
You can't
area.
get that. Yeah.
3-bedroom,
And
140.
in general, Ras Al Khaimah Freehold is outperforming Dubai.
Right.
Most of Dubai areas already, because in Dubai, what is the highest ROI you can look at? Probably 8%.
Yeah.
Upper limit.
Yeah,
If you look
upper
at
limit, 6 to
downtown
8, yeah.
business way, 4-5%.
For maximum.
Yeah, if you're looking at the outskirts, then you get 6 to 8%.
Yeah. So again, if we talk about off-plan, then I'm not sure if developers are now selling a lot of guaranteed ROI things like they did a year ago or 2 years ago. And that time it was like 7% guaranteed for 3 years, let's say, right? And that was considered to be a good deal. So now in Ras Al Khaimah, we start with 8% going up. And for Marjan Island itself, people who acquired the units earlier, they will be able to look at 10% to 12% easily.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, who is actually investing in Ras Al Khaimah? Are you looking at focused investors who are coming in, particularly flying down and saying, listen, I want to purchase a property and flying out? Are people looking in for long-term investment like residences, staying there, etc.? What is the general interest in people? Which kind of people are coming and buying properties?
I would say it's both smart money and curious money.
Okay.
So people who already outdid Dubai, or who already secured in Dubai, and they just want to have that 8-10% ROI easily, they go to RAK just to expand their portfolio. We have international buyers who believe they discovered a real gem, and they're not wrong.
Of course not.
And we have retirement kind of people who are into keeping a property, and then they're like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Probably it will be my retirement place, vacation
Correct.
home.
Right.
And,
I'll add to this, Daria and Diksha. I'm born in Dubai. In the 80s and 90s, we would take a drive to Ras Al Khaimah, go to the beach, enjoy that place. So when you talked about retirement times, even now I'm seeing, and even a lot of Emiratis, the subcontinent Indians, Russians, they would all, instead of going to Dubai, they would go to RAK. And that I see still happening. And now with the casino, smart and curious money. I love what you said.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, there are a lot of places in the world. When you said Wynn goes to
Sure.
Singapore, Wynn
Sure.
goes here, Wynn goes there.
Yeah.
But when Wynn comes to RAK, it comes to UAE. And
Yes.
what
Correct.
that
Yes.
means, tax-free.
Yes.
Of course.
So when we talk about Dubai, we don't talk about everything else. We talk about Dubai, we talk about UAE. Ras Al Khaimah is tax-free, no rents or no tax on your rent, no tax on your capital appreciation.
Correct.
And once the doors open for the casino,
Then you see.
it's a dam has broken and the water's going to come through and it's going to, whatever they're buying now, it'll be 7, 8, 10,000. Palm Jumeirah is 10,000 per square foot.
Yes.
So why can't RAK with a casino next door with a beachfront reach to 5 to 10,000 per square foot?
Also, we realize that in the GCC, Dubai is the only place, or UAE is the only place that's going to be hosting a casino. So it's going to be attracting people from at least 6 to 7 bordering countries around, because there's nowhere, at least the next closest casino is Macau. That's the closest place you can actually fly down to Hong Kong, take a ferry, and obviously there are places in Hong Kong, etc. and so on. So I mean, it's not just from a thing for gambling purposes, but you see, when you have the casino, there would be more hotels around that would be around it. You know how the strip of Las Vegas and Macau has been developed. So there would be so much more to look forward to there.
I agree. The people who come for Wynn Casino, they are not necessarily gamblers.
Yes.
They come out of curiosity, just
Experience.
to stay
For the
for a few
experience,
days,
yes.
go around, take a picture, like
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
And also, definitely, Wynn is worth flying in. So before, if people planned their vacation in Dubai, so
Right.
now they're going to dedicate 2 days to go
To
to
RAK.
RAK.
To
Yes.
RAK, yes. It's an experience.
Yes, of
Yes.
course. Like previously,
Yes.
people who not to Abu Dhabi, now they
Yes.
do Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
And then the tourism
Especially
thing.
in the Gulf, it is,
Yes.
And
That,
what I
so
love
different.
about the UAE
Yes.
is that the airports, the international airports.
Yeah.
You have Abu Dhabi Etihad, you have Dubai Emirates. Now RAK has an airport. I have heard SpiceJet has made its one of the second hubs over there. And the airport's expanding. It's
It
gonna,
is.
so you don't actually need to fly down to Dubai and then drive down 90 minutes. You can just fly down to RAK
Right,
directly.
directly, yes.
It's
International
actually
airports over there.
60 minutes. I mean, it depends where you go. If you go to Dubai Marina, then yes, I agree with you.
60 to
No,
90.
but I think Dubai Marina from anywhere is 60 minutes. From
Yes,
Sharjah,
absolutely.
you die, you go there. But anyway,
Dubai to Dubai 60 minutes.
I swear. So, see, now Ras Al Khaimah has obviously set up its free zones and so on. It's also attracting businesses. That, you come in here, take the license, set up here and so on. What is the advantage? Any significant advantages of doing business from Ras Al Khaimah? To
Absolutely.
international people?
Absolutely. There is a RAK free zone.
Yes.
So basically, there are again, low entry point for opening for establishing the company, and then you can have 2 partners and you can sponsor certain amount of people. And they used to also have the a thing going when upon purchasing a property and spending, let's say, 1 million dirham, you would be entitled to this trade license, and you could choose the activity, and then it would be
That
free
was
to
excellent.
renew.
You know, imagine you buy a property and you get a business license.
Correct.
I've not seen that in Dubai yet. So they've been very business friendly.
Correct.
You know, so I have a trade license since 27 years.
Wow.
27 years. Touch wood. Touch wood. While I've had my Dubai trade license, I've always kept a rack trade license for my free zone activities.
Okay.
And this is from 2005. So my rack trade license is still active. It's the 20th year. And I've never been happier. Like the costs are low. And even the storage, logistics costs are very low in rack. And the customer service is amazing. So a city is beautiful, but I am not a super expert. And that's why, you know, I thought, let's have someone who stays in rack, who knows exactly, who's doing daily transactions. Like the last deal I did, I've never done this. She actually did a transfer by Zoom.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, how do you do that?
Google Meets.
Let's be specific.
So we did a transfer, we went to the trustee office, I waited, took a token.
Yes.
And she's like, okay, she came to Dubai office.
Yeah.
One client is sitting in America, one client's in Dubai. And a gentleman from RAC comes up in the Google Meets. And it's khalas, it's done. I'm like, wow.
Yes. Now
how
all
business-
developers are introducing that. I just came from a transfer today, and they offered us. They said, would you like to transfer in developer office in Dubai or to put it online? And it's such a blessing. Again,
So that's what
I
I'm saying.
know.
RAC is very business friendly. They
Very.
know there's a big daddy like Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Now, how do you actually attract investment? So they have so
Right.
many extra
Yes.
things.
Right. I mean, see, this is what Dubai pushes us to think about, right? Like, okay, you don't all compete in the same phase. You go out, build your blue oceans, or so rather create your blue oceans and go out and do something interesting. Now, my next question is, we have communities like Mina Al Arab and we Alhambra, which have actually seen significant growth in the last year, 9 to 10%, 7 to 10% actually. But are there other pockets in Ras Al Khaimah that you would recommend investors to check out that could give them a higher yield as well?
I mean, I'm taking notes.
yeah. Don't worry, I will send you the breakdown with all the best options selected for you. So the main idea is that whether they're looking for higher rentals or for capital appreciation, and how long are they willing to hold on to the property, right?
Correct.
If it's waterfront and Marjan Island, of course everyone jumps to the beach when it comes to holiday homes, right?
Sure.
So that would be, I would say, the first choice. And then if we're looking for capital appreciation over the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, then go for villas, townhouses, which are in close proximity, 10-15 minutes drive. Because again, that can also be used as holiday homes, that can be used or just flipped, And especially with Falcon Island that I mentioned, I'm specializing on Falcon as well as Marjan Island.
Sure.
So on Marjan Island, you don't have supply of villas and townhouses, except for Dana Bay, which is handing over now. But it's just a tiny little parcel of land, and it's not like really a community, So Alhambra offers much more than that, and there is still 3 years post handover payment plan can still be transferred if we do the transfer before the handover. So I mean, you're not even looking at 1,300 per square foot.
Sure.
Because 40% is, I mean, you have to pay only 60%. So it's less.
And Daria, I would like to add something from our last podcast, which was about plots, development, people buying, for the... So what I really love about Alhambra, which is a government company, they have something called RAC Downtown. And they are selling plots to developers to make buildings, and not just buildings for residential but commercial, which is very, very rare. So last year I was in Shanghai and I was participating in one of the largest property shows in the world, which is called LPS.
Right.
So in luxury property show in Shanghai, the ground floor was full of people like us trying to sell properties. What happened is, I went to the first floor. Would you believe it? The full first floor was Ras Al Khaimah.
Oh wow.
And this is a
Yeah.
world show where you have Imar, Damag, you have Hawaii,
Soba, yeah, like
Shoba, you have Hawaii, you have LA, you have Japan.
right.
And a whole floor is taken over by RAC. And that's where I found out that RAC Al Hamra, RAC downtown, is selling plots to make G plus 30, G plus 40 towers. And believe me, now we have sold land over there to, of course, we can't take names, Indian investors who
Sure.
bought land, who want to create 30, 40 floor towers. And, they found, look, I'm not able to maybe afford right now to make a 30 floor tower in Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Of course.
This, and it has a 5-year, like you said, post handover plan for a developer.
Right.
So the developer can buy his land,
Yes.
start marketing it, and he can pay in installments to the main master development, which is Al Hamra.
Ras Al Khaimah made it so much simple, right?
Seriously,
Yes,
seriously.
absolutely.
I mean, I'm really, see, we've always admired the vision of Sheikh Mohammed and so on, but I am now also impressed with the vision of, the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah. They're thinking so big out of
It's
the
all
box.
one family, and
It's
you
all
know,
one family.
It's beautiful how they all sing, and we learn from that.
Of course.
Ji.
Yeah, amazing. Okay. I want to know now about the Vision 2030, okay, which is for Ras Al Khaimah, where, as per reports, we've gotten to know that 35 billion dirhams is going to be invested in building Ras Al Khaimah. What are we looking forward to apart from Wynn Casino and maybe just a few other communities?
I've seen the master plan. It looks incredible. Basically, from the coast all the way to 611, it's going to be developed. And years ago, when someone looked at Dubai land, I lived, 10, 12 years ago, driving to JVC or Arabian ranches was a trip to another city.
Yes.
And nobody believed
Absolutely.
that this desert is going to become
Something, huh?
something
Livable.
livable.
I
Now
swear.
everything in Dubai up to 611 is very much livable, right?
Of course.
So that's exactly
No,
saying
I know
what's going to
people
happen.
found snakes in Arabian ranches.
Yeah,
Very,
back in the
very
day. Yes,
rich
yeah,
back
I
in the
understand.
day. People are like, oh, how are we going to be staying here? But
Yeah,
look at the
imagine.
development. Yes, you're
Main
right.
city center Arabian ranches, and 611 you have Villanova,
Yeah.
you have Arada, and all the way to Ras Al Khaimah, and then the
Exactly.
coast. Wow.
Okay.
There is one parcel of land which
Yeah.
few people know about. It's called Meirid, which is a freehold right next to downtown, and it's kind of a peninsula island which is now super underpriced and unknown. It's quite small, but it's gonna offer something like 360 water view, and there is all infrastructure built, and
What's
it's
it called again? Meirid.
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 I didn't know
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
See, this is why she's here.
We have the expert here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they are selling plots or?
No, I can get you plots there. Now, the thing is that they're not promoting it as much, but all the infrastructure is done, the roads are done, and it's literally 10 minutes to the downtown itself, like where Rak Mall is, where mangroves are. So everyone is hyping around Marjan Island, but there is much more than that.
Yes.
Correct. Much
Yeah.
must be. Okay, now I'm coming to my last question to you, Daria. And this is the unfiltered section. I want you to tell me what's the one risk or reality check you would want to make one international investor aware about Ras Al Khaimah?
Look, it's not about coming early when it comes to Ras Al Khaimah, because for sure you want to be early, and many people think it's already late.
Correct.
But you have to be early, and you have to be correct. You have to understand that they will not build metro there in next 2 years.
Sure,
So to
sure.
manage the expectations, you cannot compare like Dubai to Ras Al Khaimah. So as long as they understand, they are investing in, let's say, waterfront property that will have nice view, beach access, that will have an influx of people who are coming for this purpose, or the residents who are working for the construction and for management. We have to understand that Wynn itself will have how many workplaces, and all of these people have to live somewhere
Yes.
and
Sure, obviously.
be
Yes.
transported. And there are so many businesses that are going to come in Ras Al Khaimah as salons and
Caterers.
transport,
Yes,
catering,
yes,
property
absolutely.
management.
No, hotels, etc. You're looking at the whole hospitality sector has to come there, right, to cater to people.
So what I'm saying is that investors should understand what to expect and not to compare Dubai land,
Right.
like 611 kind of location in Dubai, to Marjan or Hamra or Mina, because that's absolutely different concepts.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, and then again, I believe it's not something for quickly flipping, but again, depends on the project, because Rohit mentioned earlier, it's not only we did that sale, but we sold with premium and basement is not yet done, right? So, of course, I mean, always in the market you can find some kind of distress sales when people are struggling with payments, but I mean, that's not the case of Ras Al
I
Khaimah.
made a profit.
Yeah, but the thing is that probably it's gonna take time until the casino is actually operational, and the product that you acquire in RAK is not something for quickly flipping, and that's the risk.
And that's
they
our
have to
ethos for
understand.
us. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's Merlin, Emirates Nest, Daria, all the partners. Whenever I say someone's buying a property,
Yeah.
don't think you're buying in stock market, which I've talked in my
Yes.
last episodes as well.
Mm.
It needs to be a long term, otherwise please don't enter real estate.
Right.
To show some
Wait for it to be
patience.
handed over.
Yes.
Enjoy the rent, enjoy the capital appreciation. There is no taxes. You just buy it for the long term.
Right.
Not just Ras Al Khaimah, it's from a macro point of view.
Exactly, I
Correct.
agree
Yes.
with you,
Thank you.
100%.
Awesome. Daria, Asha, Rohit, it was fantastic having you guys. I love this smart money, curious money. That's going to be one quick takeaway from me. I'm like, I loved it. Well, for everyone who's watching us, Daria is a specialist in Ras Al Khaimah properties. You want to get connected to her, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, get connected to us. We'll be more than happy to, have you approach her and get some more insights about Ras Al Khaimah. Rohit and Asha are obviously there to assist with all the sales, purchase, everything. But indeed, I loved what Daria said. People feel it's late to invest in Ras Al Khaimah. There's enough and more opportunities still there. So if you're watching this and you think this is of interest, it's the time to get started. And in the next episode, we'll be debunking a few more myths about real estate. So stay tuned and follow us on Instagram as well. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I'll give you another one
Thank
that you will love, just to
Okay.
finish it.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Come on.
So yeah, Ras Al Khaimah is a smaller pond, but there are fewer sharks.
Yeah, that is right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Diksha.
Thank you.